Hi, this is Daniel Hutchins, and today I wanted to talk about my new comics I got recently and just what my thoughts are about them. Okay, starting off, we got Ultimate Comics The Ultimates Divided We Fall with a cool Captain America cover on the front. Well, okay, so for this particular story right here, I read this story 2 or 3 times and I actually really liked it. Um, Divided We Fall, it's really interesting because, it's Captain America themed type of title. And if I had to rate this book right here, I'd give it a 4.5 stars out of 5, just because I feel like Ultimate Comics, even though it's, an older type of Marvel comics, I think it's really good. So, on with my next one, I got Spider-Man number 21 with Miles Morales. I don't know if I said his name right or anything, but that doesn't matter. This one I just read uh, yesterday, and I feel like the way they introduced Miles Morales, or however you say his name, I don't know, but however, I mean, the way they introduced this Spider-Man into comic books, I found it actually pretty interesting in comparison with the original Amazing Spider-Man, just because, it's, Spider-Man's, a teenager, yet, the regular, you can argue that the original Spider-Man was a teenager too. But, of course, now you have this Spider-Man here. He he actually is now really popular for some reason, because just recently they actually released an animated film last year called Into the Spider-Verse. I have not seen it in the theaters though, but I have a feeling that it's actually going to come out soon on DVD. And if it comes out on DVD, if it's like, in the $20 range for, DVD new release type stuff, then I might actually get it. But I'm sorry if I'm getting off topic, so I'm moving on to the next comic. Okay, next up I got Civil War II Spider-Man number 8. Has a pretty nice background with the Amazing Spider-Man, Captain Marvel, and then you have Miss Marvel and Nova. These are like two of the superheroes that actually with Miles Morales Spider-Man, and they have their own team that's called the Champions. Now the Champions, they're like a younger team of the Avengers, but I feel like they all kind of play a big part in this storyline Civil War 2, because yet they're younger superheroes, they're still, adapting to the modern the modern world, and just looking up to the older superheroes. It's kind of like, it's pretty neat. So, okay, so I'm getting off topic again, and I know it's not part of this story, so I'm going to go to the next one. Next up, I got Civil War II Spider-Man 10. Now, I picked this up mainly because it has all the Avengers in the background on the front cover, but of course, if you guys know anything about Civil War 2, just feel free to share your comments on Civil War 2, or just, Miles Morales Spider-Man or anything like that in the comment box below. I'd gladly appreciate that. So, on with the next one, I have Avengers number 303, Part 3, which I kind of got this out of order, I apologize, of the Supernova Saga. That's a pretty cool one, but I thought it was really interesting how there was a supernova. I would have thought that there was just a plain nova, but of course, supernova. I thought it was actually pretty cool. I'm not actually sure when this particular story was released or printed, but if you guys have comments on this particular one, just feel free to put it in the comment box below. Glad we appreciate that, guys. Thanks. Alright, now I got Avengers number 326. This one was okay, but I feel like, because this, in this particular Avengers story arc right here, you have Iron Man as like one of the main stars in this book. I found it actually really interesting. Just reading over it last night. I don't seem to really remember what the plot of this one was, but if I had to give this a rating, I'd give it probably a 3.5 stars out of 5, just because just because the more times I read these comic books, guys, the more familiarized I am with, elements in each story. So, okay, I'm getting off topic again. I apologize. Now, we got some special treats I got from Comics Connection 31st anniversary sale, which I got as a bonus. This is the Thor Ragnarok, Thor number 278. Now, this is probably one of the greatest finds I've probably ever had. So, I believe this particular story here is based on the movie that was recent, but if you guys have any comments on this story or just anything about Thor Ragnarok, you can also drop that down in the comments below. I'd appreciate that, guys. Thanks. And also, this is a very, 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 very rare one, which is Betty and Veronica Comics Connection Limited Edition. It's only found at Comics Connection. You see, in that little corner right there, Comics Connection. And these two guys in the back right here, these are actually two of the guys who own Comics Connection. So I thought, when I read this for my first few times, I thought this particular story was actually a pretty nice parody, a really nice spin-off of Betty and Veronica, just because, Betty and Veronica is a really big thing with the Archie comics, but just having just that little spin on it with Comics Connection on that, I thought it was kind of neat find. So, alright, so those are just my thoughts about comics that I just recently got. And if you guys have any comments that you have on any of my comics that I show, or just any thoughts or questions you have about my videos in general, just make sure to let me know down in the comments box, and I'll gladly look at them later then, and I get the free chance. So if you guys get a chance, please subscribe to my channel. Thanks.